trying to get across the 30. Does. Gets to the 35. Still on his feet. Gets across the 40. 45. Dancing around. And he's inside midfield about the 48-yard line, maybe where Sick will start. So a nice return by Iquan Corsi, who was dancing around, had the turf monster, but gets good field position for SickWidIt. And it is De'Aaron Fox getting the start today and not Kenyon Stone King.
Yeah, not really surprised about that. I mean, this is a game that last game of the season, you want to see what you have on your backups if you want to call Fox a backup and see what they have moving forward.
All right, so we will try to get you updates of the Patterson U and the Baltimore Watchmen. That's going on right now in Baltimore. And, of course, we do got the Kusi Crush taking on the East Orange Renegades. We'll try to get you an update on that as well as the afternoon progresses. Ball at the 49-yard line. Fox in the gun. Alexander the backfield goes straight up the gut. Alexander down the sideline. Alexander 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Still on his feet. And on one play just like that, SickWidIt gets in the end zone as William Alexander goes up the gut down the left sideline and gets in the end. No, they're going to say out of bounds.
Got him out of bounds at the 15.
So they're going to say out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So he did step out. But nonetheless, a very good run there by William Alexander as the ground game gets SickWidIt going offensively. All right, we got Richardson on the near side. On the far side, it's Darren Palmer. Alexander still in the backfield. Matt Murphy declares eligible. Fox in the gun. On first down. Back to Alexander going right. Alexander to the 11, out of bounds.
Great defensive play by Lance Smith.
Lance. All right, so Chris, if you're SickWidIt, this is more like a tune-up for the championship run that they so desire. What do you want to see from them this afternoon?
I mean, realistically, I think we've already seen it throughout the season. So, I mean, I think that all they're going to do is knock the rust off after having a week off, just like the rest of them, and see where we go from here.
So basically you're saying a tune-up.
You know, it has to be. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Last game of the season, I mean, we're looking at some of the starters on the sidelines.
And the Alexander drive continues. And this time, short. He's going to be at the 1-yard line.
Looks like more like the 1-foot line.
Well, this has definitely been the William Alexander drive for SickWidIt, as Fox has not even attempted a pass on this drive, but why would you when you're running the ball effectively with Alexander?
I mean, true. And the thing about it is that was the one place that they had trouble, right?
Yes.
Over the last couple of weeks was running the ball. And today doesn't look like that's a problem at all.
No, not at all. All right, so we go back, same formation. Murphy eligible, Palmer.
Palmer
Richardson.
tight. I think this is going to be a run play.
Yeah, why not? It's been let him finish it.
Yep.
He started, let him finish. And this time he does finish. Touchdown, SickWidIt, the William Alexander drive.
Yeah, I mean
that's all you can call it.
Right?
Big Cheddar ran the ball up, down, around, through the goal defense, and gets in for 6.
My thought on that is, setting them up for play action. And I think that's what we've got to pay attention to. I think they're going to have a little bit of a play action going on in the next series. We'll see what happens.
All right, and they're going to go for 2 at the 10. Of course, in the A7, we do not kick. Murphy again eligible. You can go for 1 point from the 5, and, of course, the Scott McCorkle rule, go for 2 from the 10. Empty backfield. Palmer in motion. Fox. Dart. Too high for Siobhan Richardson, so it will remain 6-0 with 12:29 to go here in the first period.
Nothing wrong, but Siobhan would have needed a rocket up his you-know-what.
Yeah, he definitely would need a rocket to catch that rocket from the rocket arm of De'Aaron Fox, who's, again, getting the start today instead of Kenyon Stone King. But that's not to say that we won't see Kenyon Stone King later on. And
anything's possible, but I think that one of the things that we're seeing right here is Stone King having a rest before we get going in the playoffs, which isn't a bad thing.
And already in the ASNFL chat, if you want to chat, go to asnfl.com/chat. Again, that is a7fl.com/chat, and we'll take you to the locker room app. And already, Mrs. Palmer doing what she does with the sick emojis and the cheddar for Mr. Alexander. And, of course, Mizzle doing his own version of a red zone, if you will.
Yeah, saying he's got 2 boxes up. I saw
He's got the 2 boxes going. And I'm pretty sure he'll be watching the Nuggets and Thunder Game 7 on the laptop, I'm sure.
Well, Mizzle, if you've got the Watchmen versus, who are they playing? Watchmen and
The U.
you. If you've got that game, let us know.
Yeah. Southern throws it off.
Looks a little close to the out of bounds.
Oh, that's going to be ball in hand.
Yes, it will.
For Mr. Anderson. Jaron Anderson, number 10, will be returning. And now, remember, folks, the ball has to get...
about Neon.
Yeah.
Neo.
Okay, 32-31 was the final score for the Watchmen. Thank you, Zach Morgan. So the Watchmen beat the U by 1, 32-31.
Wow.
So is this the end of a legendary career for one Quattrell Huffington?
Who knows?
Who knows? But certainly he is excited. And here comes Anderson. Ball in hand, running head, starting across the 45, 50, 45.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, but a good return for the gold.
Yep, 44-yard line, it looks like. So it'll be first and 10 from there.
So far, what we've known is the BIC have advanced. The Watchmen have advanced, beating the U, which some might say it's been a down year for the Patterson U. It's not been to the Patterson U standards as they would like for it to be. But their season ends. The Animals
do what they do.
Do what they do. They advance without David Tender, so that's another week of rest for David Tender. And, of course, we await the result between the Crush and the Renegades, which I believe that's going on right now, along with us here in Vegas with the Gold and Sick. As we got 12:22 to go, William Alexander basically was the whole drive on Sick's first scoring possession. And that's where we stand right now. Thomas in the backfield alongside Jeremiah Reeves, and Thomas will get the ball going left. Cuts inside. And maybe gets about a couple of yards, if that, sets up second down.
See where they mark him. Looks like he gained about 5 yards on that.
Oh.
He's second down and 5.
Second down and 5, all right.
It's not too bad. Looks like they're going to try to do the same thing that Sick was just doing.
Impose the rule with the run game. Yeah.
Give him a little bit of an edge to start this off. You don't have to worry about anything happening as long as you can hold on to the football.
So, according to Mizzle, they have no production out there between the Watchmen and the U, which is unfortunate because given the final score of that game, looked like it was a very good down-to-the-wire type of game.
Yeah.
Again, Thomas in the backfield. Marlon Thomas, number 8.
Ooh, you got 2 people in motion.
Smith in motion.
All you got to do is...
Along with Tyrese Love.
100, 200, you're good.
Reeves running up the middle.
Oh.
A little too high there, incomplete for Lance Smith.
Yep.
But again, Chris, you've been talking about this all year, particularly with the Gold, about having 2 linemen to block. That's normally not a good high success ratio when you do that.
No, you're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback, and I know that there's a lot of people that'll say otherwise, but when you have 3 to 4 rushers like we've seen from some of the better teams, puts a lot of pressure on your quarterback, and if you are not ready, if you can't beat your one-on-ones, it makes it a little bit difficult.
All right. 3rd down and 6.
And here we go with 2 linemen again, which is interesting.
All right. Give. Smith. Smith.
Really close to that
really
first down.
close,
Let's
depending on the
see if they
spot.
give it to him.
No, they're going to say short.
Just short.
Half a yard. All right. Ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line. 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like 39.5-yard line.
So, it is Smith now at quarterback.
Think he's going to run it again?
No, he's going to throw it. Screen caught by Thomas. First down inside the 30. Thomas to the 25-yard line or inside the 24. First down, Gold on that 4th down conversion. So the Gold keep their drive alive on a positive drive, trying to get some points, trying to answer the touchdown by Sick here in the early going.
And I think as long as they continue doing what they're doing, they have an opportunity. And we talked about this earlier, thinking that the Gold might have might be good enough to keep things going for at least a quarter or 2, hopefully for 3.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. I mean, this is basically your lead into the playoffs. You don't want to be, kind of without momentum here.
9.5 to go. 9:22 in counting. Reeves looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he's going to man open. But because the pressure was applied by Matt Murphy, the throw kind of sailed in front of the receiver. He was open, but Jeremiah could not put enough zip on the ball to get it to him, which possibly could have been a touchdown. Ricky Figueroa was the intended receiver, number 5.
He did not have was not able to follow through on that pass.
No,
at
if
all.
he has time to set and throw, it's a touchdown.
Yep.
All right, 2nd down and 10 with 8:51 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 SickWidIt on a touchdown run by William Alexander. He was basically the whole entire drive. All the plays was big number 24 running through and around the gold defense. Smith declaring eligible. Thomas in the backfield. Figueroa coming in motion. Reeves to throw. Screen pass, and Marlon Thomas has got a whole lot of green ahead of him. Has the first down. Tough tackle there by Deion Southern. Nonetheless, however, it is first down on the screen pass to Marlon Thomas, and the Gold trying to answer back with some points of their own here, the 8:15 mark.
Well, and these are the things that we've seen from them in the past where they need to capitalize on.
Yes.
Good field position,
Yes.
which they got.
Yes.
And being able to move the ball, which is good to see them doing that right now. And they've got some really good plays going on. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Well, I will say this. This is definitely not the same Gold team we've seen the last 3 seasons.
Not at all.
This is highly, vastly improved. Bama up the middle. Bama gets tackled hard by...
Let's see.
Is that... No, that's Andrew Lulalamano on the tackle.
And it looks like he gained about 3 yards. Well, let's call it 4 because of where the referee's standing.
He's at the 11-yard line. They got to get to the 4. So it's 2nd down and 8.
Let's see what goes on with this next play. And right now, Bama's splitting out wide.
Well, this is definitely 4-down territory because you are definitely in plus territory if you are the Gold, for sure. All right. Magdalene on the backfield. Smith going to run. Smith coming back in the middle.
It goes nowhere.
And goes nowhere.
He got back to the line of scrimmage.
And was that Iquan Corsi that made the tackle? No, that is trying to see who number 10 is for Sick. And I don't see a number 10. Or was that Armani Hansen, number 11?
Let's see if I can get a closer look.
All right, 3rd and 8. Again, ball at the 11. They need to get to the 4 for a first, or they need to get to the 3
right,
for a first down.
I think it's a 4.
Not the 4, you're right. Just inside the 4-yard line for a first down here on this 3rd and 8. Again, now this time it's L.A. in that quarterback, Lasante Anderson with Magdalene on the backfield.
Be careful.
Lasante to Rob. Magdaleno might be 2 yards shy.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
So 3 yards shy, or 2 yards shy, so it's 4th and 2. Now, they've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. Can they do it again?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see the call, because are we going to see the same? Well, it looks like L.A. is going to be the one with the quarterback.
Well,
I think right now the thing that I'm going to look at right now is the fact of having number 4, having Lance Smith come back in. So are we going to see him at quarterback? We'll see. And the thing about it is running up the middle right now is not exactly what I would do, because they're going to, I guarantee they're going to rush 4.
Every time they have tried to run up the gut, it's not worked. They've had better running to the outside for sure.
And now they've only got 2 offensive linemen.
Smith.
Did he make it?
No, ball's on the ground. And they're going to say
he's down.
He's down, but the question is, did he have enough for the first down?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he does. 1st and goal for the Gold. So again, on 4th down, the Gold convert to keep this drive alive.
And making a first down.
As a very impressive drive here by the Las Vegas Gold, and they're taking a lot of time off the clock.
Well, and taking time off the clock, all that's going to do is give fits to SickWidIt. Is this a timeout that's being called now?
Timeout.
Timeout.
SickWidIt.
Okay. Interesting timeout called right here. And the only reason why I say that is Sick has got, I don't know if they're going to change up their defense a little bit, or maybe they see something that they have to talk about defensively.
All right. Well, I mean, here's the best case and the worst case. Best case is if they don't get in, you have to make Sick drive the ball the length of the field, which would be 90-plus yards. Best case scenario, obviously, you score, and at worst, the game is tied.
Yep. But the thing about it is, SickWidIt can hit you and strike from any place on the field.
Yes, they can.
It makes it difficult to say that, that's if they don't get in, at least they have SickWidIt going the length of the field.
Against the upper echelon teams, you're correct, because they can go 90 in the quickness, which we have seen on more than one occasion.
Exactly.
But now, a decision as the Gold have a team huddle, talking about some plays here.
Well, I think if they're smart, what they do is they call 2 or 3 plays. The reason being is that if they do 2 plays really quick, all this is going to do is put pressure on SickWidIt's defense, who actually looks like they're short defensive players because I don't see Zach out there today.
No, I do not see Zach Cerrone.
Nope.
Who has been a very good stalwart on this Sick defense.
Very much so. So it makes it a little bit of a difference maker, too, because he can get around that edge.
And we got a whistle. And
I don't know that
how are they running a play with the referees are not in position?
I have no idea.
That's the referees.
I mean, the referees are all together
They were
talking.
having a discussion themselves.
Yeah, and they're going to run a play. Okay, well, you know what, guys? You kind of need the referees to chop it in before you could do that.
Fans, don't forget you can play A7FL fantasy football. Feel free to play, make your weekly predictions, and try to get on top of the A7FL fantasy football leaderboard and win real prizes. Again, don't forget to download the Locker Room Chat app. Go to a7fl.com/chat. Again, that is a7fl.com/chat.
And don't forget, it is now for Android as well.
All right, so all you Samsung users or LG users or Pixel users, you can now use the app as well.
Yes, I had a question for you. What was the line to gain for the first down? The 4-yard line. Thank you.
So first down and goal to go for the Gold.
And
we'll see what comes out of this.
While Kenyon Stone King does the Superman on the sideline. As Soldier Boy plays across the stadium speakers, if you will.
Obviously a little bored.
Yeah.
SickWidIt challenges the play. Unfortunately, we don't have any field evidence of overturn.
So SickWidIt challenged that it was not a first down, but it is a unsuccessful challenge for the for Sick.
I was wondering what the talk was. Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yes, sir, G.I. Joe.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, with the refs back into position,
Here
now
we
they
go.
can chop it in.
Yeah.
Actually
All right.
run a play. So
Here.
we've got Lance Smith back at quarterback.
Lance Smith. He'll keep it himself, trying to get to the edge, and got pushed back inside, and Sick's defense
Stepped up.
doing some nice work.
Yeah, and I don't know how. I'm not sure who's got the ball from SickWidIt right now, but
That was Easy E with the ball coming out of the pile, but they're going to say it's
he was
still
down.
Gold's ball.
Yep. So let's see what goes on for play 2. Realistically, right now, we've talked about this. I've said it ad nauseum. I mean, the quick slants are there, especially when you're sitting in
Yeah.
a one-on-one position.
And if you're giving them room.
Yep.
Screen pass, intercepted.
Intercepted.
Picked off. He tried to float it into Smith and trying to see who picked it off. If we can get a number.
As soon as he...
That looks like Armani Hansen. That picked it off. As Sick now will have the ball out to the 20.
I would have to concur.
And it is still Deion Fox at quarterback for SickWidIt.
It'd be nice if he turned around so we could see. 13.
13. I don't see a 13. That looks like an 18.
Might be right. Might be 18. I don't see an 18.
And I don't see an 18 either. But I want to say that looks like Armani Hansen. That did make the interception.
Yeah, I would concur. Oh, right there. Adam
Stanford. All right, so Stanford with the interception.
I don't know why the numbers are out of
Sync.
Anyway. Yep.
All right. Fox, empty backfield. Curtis Jones comes in motion. And Fox will put it up. Taking a shot. Going
pump
deep. Looking
fake.
for Shyvon Richardson. Anderson with them. Incomplete. No PI as Calvin Deloney and Jaron with the very talented Shyvon Richardson, who's had a very, very good rookie campaign for SickWidIt this year. Definitely should be a candidate for Rookie of the Year.
Very much so. And the thing about it is, when we talk about Rookies of the Year, he would be one, and I think Stone King would be another.
Yes.
So we'll see what goes on for the second down after taking. I'm going to say right now, because of the way things are setting up, I'm going to say it's a run play.
Well, I mean, the last drive was the William Alexander drive. But this time looks like it's Coursey in the backfield.
Yep.
And Fox will keep it himself. And Fox, don't let the hype fool you. Deion Fox can fly, folks. He can run.
Oh, he can run. He is very, very much not a slow runner that can easily take it the length of the field. Got to be on your P's and Q's with him. So he wound up with 7 yards. So we've got 6 yards. So we've got 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4.
Yeah, it's interesting because the other side of this, I don't see. We got a false start, cheating
Got
by the
some
offense.
cheating, and that's now going to make it 3rd and 9.
And this is the thing, you get into. The thing about it is these guys can't change their cadence.
No.
But you've got a different quarterback in there than what they're used to.
Correct.
And I would say that can complicate things, but when you can't change your cadence, there shouldn't be any jumping.
I mean, the plays don't change if the quarterback is in there.
Exactly.
Or it shouldn't. It should not in most cases. All right, 3rd and 9. The 30 is what they need for a first down, and that is Iquan Coursey. And Coursey is about a yard shy of the first down. No, they're going to say first down. They're going to give him the first down.
I was going to say that was really close to the first down
I
marker.
thought it was right there on the sticks, depending on where they spotted it, but they say enough for the first down. All right, we got 5.5 to go in Asbury Park in the first quarter. The Crush and the Renegades, it is scoreless in that playoff game, so we will keep you updated on that one. Earlier, we saw the BIC beat the Hawks 38-12. 53-0 Animals beat the Heathens, and 32-31 the Watchmen beat the Patterson U. So those three advancing to the next round. And here it's our regular season finale before the playoffs start here in Nevada. Empty backfield. Coursey in motion. Fox. Pass caught by Murphy. Murphy's got a first down. Murphy across midfield.
And
Murphy cuts back inside. Murphy down the sideline. Matt Murphy to the 35-yard line. Nice play there by Fox. Just slings it out in the flat, and Matt Murphy did the rest.
And that's what blocking downfield will get you. And I was going to say, the person that I didn't see in there before was Palmer. Mm-hmm. And guess who was in there on that play?
Well, Darren Palmer. He's a football player.
Exactly. He's going to block downfield.
That's all you need to know.
He's going to bring some quarterback. Ball carriers.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you are a wide receiver or a running back.
All right. From the 35. Fox, Coursey.
Oh, nice tackle.
Nice tackle there by Calvin Deloney.
Very nice tackle.
And a word from Mizzle, who's got the double box. He tells me that the Renegades are on the move. Those are some nice jerseys, though, that the Renegades are wearing. And now Bino will check in for Matt Murphy.
And that should be an interesting one. I'm sure that we'll see him probably making himself eligible.
Don't be fooled. Bino can get out there and catch,
yes,
and he can run for a big man. Don't be fooled, folks.
There he goes. He made himself eligible
by the big man. DP in motion, and we got the end of the first quarter. So SickWidIt took their first possession, scored. The Gold had a very impressive drive, but turned the ball over in their end of the end zone. And after one period of play here at Matter Academy East, it is SickWidIt 6, the Gold nothing. Again, Anthony Alvarez, pleased to be joined by my colleague and good friend, Mr. Chris Farah, as it definitely is indeed EDC weekend here in the Vegas Valley. And
I'm sure that's where a lot of people are right now.
Yes. I don't get that, but hey, they pay a lot of money for it. God bless them. All right. So as Sick is on their second possession, once again, if you want to be a part of the chat, get a shout out, please go to a7fl.com/chat. Again, that is a7fl.com/chat. All right, so Sick will have it at the 35-yard line as we get ready to start the second quarter.
So we got the clock rolling. I'm not sure what the holdup is right now, but
A little meeting of the minds, if you will, but nonetheless, here comes Sick from the 35-yard line on their second possession, trying to add to their 6-point lead.
Oop.
As this clipboard is trying to work my nerves.
a little bit of wind. Never hurt anyone.
No. Interesting formation. And that is Hansen. Armani Hansen going left. Armani Hansen still on his
Stepped out
feet.
of
They're going to say
bounds.
step out of bounds at the 23, it looks like.
Yep.
23-yard lines where
Got
he
the
stepped
first
out.
down.
But it is a first down for Sick. As we start the second quarter here at Matter Academy East. Final tune-up here in Nevada before the playoffs start. At 4 p.m., we will have the defending champions, the Insomniacs, taking on the Hunters, and then the playoffs will start on June the 1st here in Las Vegas, as we will take the weekend off to honor and celebrate those that lost their lives and gave their lives for this country on Memorial Day weekend. Hansen again. Oh, what a block by Siobhan Richardson as Armani Hansen goes to the end zone. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Siobhan Richardson. Talk about the hit stick. Good Lord.
Last man to beat, and last man to beat was on his back.
I mean, Siobhan said, get out of my way. Goodness.
Wow. But that's what you expect when you have wide receivers that are blocking downfield like that. I mean, what else can you say?
Well, let's take a look again. I mean, watch 14. Oh, get out the way.
Wow. I mean, that's just
Oh, baby.
in my book, that's cheating at its best.
That's a cheat code.
yes.
All right, Fox from the 10, looking to go for 2.
Got a man crossing. Ooh, nice grab.
This is why Darren Palmer has some of the best hands in this league.
You throw it into double coverage and still get the conversion.
Hey, when you have number 8, hey, that's not a bad option.
No, not at all.
Not a bad option to throw that man the ball.
Not at all.
To make it 14-0 with 13:44. And I mean, that was straight all nothing but hands by Darren Palmer.
That is what a wide receiver coach loves to see, is a wide receiver that catches with his hands. That is fantastic because everybody knows when you got pads on, ball tends to bounce right off those pads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mizzle, that was a very if blocking had a emoji, that would be the get out of my way emoji with that block by Siobhan Richardson.
I think that would be the emoji would just be ludicrous.
That too. As, of course, Mrs. Palmer supporting her man, saying, great catch.
I would expect nothing less.
No, not at all. Stand by your man, absolutely.
Oh, look at this.
Look
Pat.
at that.
Look at that. I love this throw off.
2-5 will be proud of that. As
Goes, man, Mr. Cunningham goes
Derek
nowhere.
Cunningham meet Iquan Corsi, and I'm pretty sure 2-5 would appreciate that throw off. As 2-5's got a little bit of a grin on his face from our vantage point.
I think he was clapping.
He was clapping. He was smiling. A whole bunch of stuff.
Can't say I blame him either because that was very 2-5-esque.
As Bubba 24 said, that's a fluffin' catch by a grown man. Well, Bubba, Darren Palmer, that is a grown man, yes, sir. And
yes, sir.
Tremendous hands by the very versatile one for sure. Like I said, normally great things happen when you find number 8 the football. And that's about the highest compliment you can pay a football player.
It is. And the thing about it is, let's get it back into the game. I'll say it afterwards.
Incomplete. Love the intended receiver, as that was pleasure coming from Biggie and coming from Mr. Murphy.
That's actually a good throwaway. I mean, if he would have tried to put it on the receiver, there's a good chance it gets picked. So now we got 2nd down and 10. This is going to be interesting because I want to see the Gold move the ball again. But when they get into the red zone, they've got to capitalize on
this. They do. I mean, they had a very good drive.
Very great
drive.
Great drive.
Unfortunately, you can't turn the ball over in the red zone.
No. It's going to hurt you each and every time.
Reeves to throw. Looking for a screen. Oh, great catch by Thomas. Marlon Thomas And a late flag comes down.
I think we're going to have a first down.
Personal foul. Yeah, it's going to get sick.
Because they drove a forearm into him instead of trying to tackle him.
All right. It looks like, hold on, if I'm watching this correctly on the replay. Okay. He stepped right in front. He stepped in front because I thought Fees was about to jump the route and pick it off, but no, Thomas got there before Fees did. All right. So after the penalty, it's first down for the Gold.
What do we talk about when it comes to this? You know, you got to be careful about what you do and how you do it.
Yeah.
Especially with this, because, I mean, these penalties can cost you, but
Absolutely.
if you're getting ready for the playoffs, you got to clean that up.
Yes, you do. All right, from the 35, Thomas trying to go.
Oh, he's going nowhere.
Trying to go left, and Matt Murphy, among others, along with Andrew Lualamana.
And that's a 5-yard loss.
And looked like Easy got in there also. That's good team tackling by the team in orange.
Well, and the question mark with me wasn't the fact of what SickWidIt brought on the defense. We know what they bring on both sides of the ball, but it's interesting to watch them play the defense just a little bit different, especially knowing that they're missing at least one player on that defensive line.
All right.
Flag
on the play.
Here. Thing about it is this should be against the defense. Should be against the defense. You cannot flinch to try to get them to move.
We will see what the call is. Discussion with the white cap. We're waiting for it. And it is delay of game on the defense.
Yep. Can't flinch to get the offense player to move, and that's exactly what they just did. So that's going to cost them 5.
Well, as you always say, the old Eddie Guerrero reference, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yep. But you got to be smart with your cheating.
True. Mizzle, tell my nephew thank you, and hello to him as well. And hello to my other nephew, Mr. William. 11.5 to go in the first half. It is 14-0, and it's been really the run game for Sick that has been the offense, not the pass game. Reeves looking. Throwing, pass, got a man open. Oh, nice catch by Thomas.
Oh, nice open field tackle by Southern.
Yes.
Very nice tackle.
Across the 40, gets to the 41-yard line. Well, you're not lying. Anyone that says hello, I will do my best to say hello live. So there you go, nephews. All right, 11 minutes, first half, Gold. Doing some things, but they've got to finish and turn these into points. I mean, there's one thing, as we always say, going in between the 20s, but when you get into the red zone, that's where you got to put points on the board.
That's the money area, and you've got to put points on the board.
And Reeves looking, taking a shot downfield, looking for Anderson.
Oh, threw it upfield. If he would have thrown it more to his outside, that's a first down and maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, because Anderson had Southern beat.
Well, now it's going to be 4th down. We'll see if they're going to do a give up or if they're going to keep going on this. It's an interesting concept, but the thing about it is
it's tough.
Yeah, well, and it looked like Jeremiah had him open to the sidelines.
He did.
And it's like, wow, just make that throw, and this could be totally different.
If he leads him to the sideline, that's possibly 6.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if L.A. outraces Southern, but got to give him the opportunity.
Yeah, you're in the DP on defense. This will be interesting.
Oh, yeah, he's been on defense a couple of times now.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh, and that's some speed.
Oh boy.
Out of bounds.
Oh, did Southern stay in bounds?
No, that looks like he is out of bounds.
Tone Smith, who's doing the PTZ, saying, I want a replay. Shout out to the former champion of the Insomniacs from 2023, member of the Force last season. Doing some things on the PTZ. Looks like he's enjoying himself.
Hey, you know what?
He's very focused with that PTZ.
Well, and I think this is one of those situations where you should have played a little bit of field position.
Surrender it, yeah.
Yeah, surrendered it. I mean, 4th down in your own zone. ends are in your own end doesn't always make sense.
Well, again, you never want to give teams like Sick, like the Insomniacs, like the BIC, like the Animals, you never want to give the teams like those field position in their own territory.
Correct.
Or
Here we go.
And there goes Iquan Corsi. Corsi first down. Corsi still on his feet. Oh, what a
nice
cut!
move.
Inside the 20 to the 16-yard line.
Great
and
jump
Calvin
cut.
Deloney makes a touchdown-saving tackle. Oh, what a move by Iquan Corsi.
I mean, 1 foot jump cut was great.
Well, Adrian Pearson was very good at doing that jump cut on that one cut and then jump. Made a Hall of Fame career out of that.
Brings things back, and I mean, makes defenders very wary next time.
I'll tell you what, Sick is really trying to implement the run game here this afternoon, and why not?
I think they should. I mean, you don't know what's coming.
Fox, floating.
Got him open.
Wide open, guess
Touchdown.
who? That's Mr. Palmer, and that's another touchdown for one of the most versatile receivers in our league. Well, as I say, when you find Darren Palmer, normally good things happen.
Very much so. And the thing about it is you have what I would consider an undersized corner in Cunningham going against Darren. It's almost what I would consider cheating. Yes, it is one of those situations where you're like, okay, man, this just isn't going to work.
And just a great route by DP.
Very much so. Just a little hesitation to the inside.
As Cunningham did slip towards the end, but...
Well, when you have Palmer showing you an inside move, you're going to have to move with him. And then when he breaks outside, if you can't make that turn with him, you're in trouble.
Yeah, the double move is deadly. Going for 2. Fox...
Got a man open in the corner.
And that's Mr. Jones.
Oh,
no, he did not complete the catch.
No.
And the conversion's no good. So it will stay 20-0. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Palmer was blowing a kiss to his wonderful bride and his daughter.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Jones was just very angry at himself because he just punted the heck out of that ball.
That's a great camera shot. Hold on. Let's look at that again. Oh, great camera shot, guys. Oh, Mr. Jones.
Just held on to it.
Yeah.
On the turnovers, as he rolled over, if he had just held on to that ball, he'd have been fine.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, did he have a grip on the ball?
Probably not if he rolled over like that and the ball came out.
All right. So we got 8:42 to go here in the first half. It has been all Sick. Touchdown pass from Deion Fox to the very versatile one, Mr. Darren Palmer. As Sick, again, their tune-up before their playoff run starts. Of course, as we know, they have championship aspirations, as of course all teams do in the A7 that are in the playoffs. As right now we are trying to get big man running, and Mr. Love goes down by Mr. Corsi.
Looks like he's down to the 22-yard line.
All right.
1st and 10 from the 22.
Oh, you gotta love ads.
No, not really.
I was saying that very sarcastically.
I know you are. And I'm just saying no, not really.
Not really. No, not a fan.
Can't stand ads.
No.
Especially the embedded ones that you can't do anything about.
So we got 10.5 to go in the first half in New Jersey, and the Crush and the Renegades are still scoreless. Oh, big man
ran
running
over defender.
Yeah.
I don't see the defender getting up.
No,
Tough to watch.
Yeah. That was definitely the avalanche a la King Kong Bundy.
All right.
8:13 to go. Gold have the ball at the 25. And Calvin Deloney up the middle.
Nice move by Calvin Deloney.
Deloney gets to the 25-yard line.
26.
They're going to say the 26?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a nice little move by Mr. Deloney in the backfield because he could have easily be taken down for a loss.
Sometimes I've questioned why the Gold have not utilized him more in the backfield more because, I mean, he has that rugby background.
Well, I mean, he's got that elusiveness, too.
And
so that is something that I'm not 100% sure of. I mean, I know talking to him, he's a selfless player. And
of course. Anything to help the team win, absolutely.
Exactly. So I'm not 100% surprised about that.
He's in the backfield. Love, eligible. Anderson in motion.
A little fake.
Bama going right. Bama has the first down and gets out of bounds, and Bino was coming for him, that big Texan.
Yeah, man, and Bino can move.
Well, I mean, we did say that. Don't let the bigness fool you. Mr. Hines can go.
Yes, he can. And I gotta think to myself, because if Zach was over on that end, would that have still happened? So I mean, he's got some speed to him.
Yeah.
We saw that in the return that he did. Was it against the Hunters? Where he almost got the touchdown. So I mean, it's there. So I mean, I just got to ask that. It's not that I don't think Bino doesn't have speed, because I just saw it, and we've seen it in the past.
Timeout Gold. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
Got 6:43 to go, and I mean the Gold.
Now the Gold will get the ball to start the second half. Let's keep that in mind.
Well, I mean they've got to do a twofer right here.
Yeah.
They got to get this touchdown, and then hold them, and then see what they could do at the beginning of the second half. I mean, we are 8 points away from a continuously running clock.
Correct.
And we just don't know exactly. I mean, the thing about it is, I don't think it's going to hurt them. Right now they're going with the wind, if you want to call it that. The wind actually has been swirling a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to watch, because, I mean, we're watching at 1 minute the flag is pointing to the to the north, and then next minute it's to the south.
All right, so Gold going from right to left on your screen. Deloney gets the ball coming left.
Good stiff arm, but still taken down. I don't know if they're going to call that.
And Andrew Lualamana, who's had a very good first half defensively for SickWidIt, again in on the play.
And we have a 4-yard loss on that play.
And I will say that Andrew Lualamana has really been an unsung hero this year for Sick. I mean, we've seen him a lot playing offense over the years, but he has been a very good stalwart on defense this year for Sick. He has played very well on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, it's an interesting piece, too, with the meeting of the minds down here. You got Deion Fox, Stone King, and Palmer
yeah,
all having a conversation.
The football verbiage in that conversation, I tell you.
Man, to be a fly on the wall on that.
Right. All right.
Or on the shoulder of one of them.
5:45 to go. And the Gold. Got 2 wide on the near side. Here we go. Reeves going deep, looking for Anderson. Ball floating.
Oh, wow.
And the wind definitely the wind held that one up.
Yeah.
Though. The wind held that one up.
But again, what I'm saying is that that's another
that's
a missed opportunity.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing. And a subject was brought up to kind of have a conversation about MVP of the league so far this year.
Whew. Well, there's certainly plenty you can choose from. I mean, obviously, Sterry, obviously from the BSU, have to be in that. Tender.
Has to be in that conversation.
Out here, I mean, heck, I would. Oh Lord, who would I put from out here? Lord.
I don't know. Richardson is not a bad one.
No, neither. Palmer, of course,
not
DP's
a
not a bad option.
There's a few.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I mean, take your pick from the Insomniacs. Reeves going deep.
Figueroa took it away from Southern.
What a catch!
What a catch
by Ricky Figueroa. He took it away from Deion Southern. What a grab!
Ricky said, "Hold my beer." Hey, Southern,
said,
thank you for
"No,
stopping the ball for me."
No soup for you. Oh my goodness!
That is a great play by a wide receiver to help out his quarterback.
Yeah.
And Southern congratulates him, as he should.
I don't think.
Play.
You know what? I don't think Reeves knew he caught the ball, because I think Reeves got hit as he threw it.
I agree with you, because I think he was getting up with his head down. He didn't know that he had caught the ball. Heck of a play.
Heck of a play to keep the drive alive. Ball at the 47?
Yes.
Just inside the 47. And now Smith is in at quarterback. 3.5 to go. Smith pass caught by Deloney. Deloney down the sideline. Deloney looks like he has another goal first. No, they're going to say
got
short.
A penalty
a late
down.
flag comes in.
I'm wondering if they're going to call this a low hit, but I think Southern had actually just fallen down. I could be wrong.
I don't think he was aiming for the knees.
No, I don't think so.
And he's pleading his case. And they're going to spot the ball in at the 39-yard line.
Which is just a 2 yard shy, but now we're moving. Hold on. I'm seeing
A personal foul on Sick.
Yep.
So it is a first down. So I'm going to say he was
15-yard penalty
after the play.
Well, I think it was for the play. I don't think it was after. I think it was, and it was just a late flag.
Well, you know what? If I'm also thinking about from the assignments of a case for MVP, I will put Prime in there. Shannon Allen, he's been fantastic.
Sure. Yes.
Of course.
Coswell,
yes.
I mean, I'm just thinking about other.
Because I mean, we can always state the obvious. Scooter, Munchie.
Yeah.
We can always put those guys in, but
timeout on the field
by Sick. They have one remaining.
But so I agree with you. I think that there's plenty of players that we could actually have that conversation about.
Manny Diaz from the Animals.
Oh yeah,
put him in there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, what he was able to do.
Yeah.
What he's done this year.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you can never go wrong talking about Ashante Worthy. Also, in addition to that.
It's going to be a very hard call this year as far as MVP is concerned.
Of course, Kason Campbell, who just set the touchdown record for touchdown passes this season.
Yep. Here we go.
A whole lot you can choose from. Pass incomplete, looking for Deloney. He was the nearest receiver. So, if you are in the chat, give some of your MVP candidates for the season. Again, go to a7fl.com/chat again, a7fl.com/chat, and give us your thoughts on who are candidates for MVP of this league, because there's a lot of candidates to choose from this season. So again, go to asnfl.com/chat. Yeah. Again, that's asnfl.com/chat. And
Mizzle says Sterry, Hollywood,
Prime
and Palmer. Can't disagree with you, man.
No.
Can't disagree with you.
A lot to choose from. Smith looking, throwing.
Ooh.
That's not a good decision.
Nope.
And that's picked up by Hansen.
Great tackle, too, by Deloney.
Or I'm sorry, that was Stanford again. Yep. Stanford with his second interception. That is Adam Stanford. Yes, like the Stanford Cardinal in Palo Alto, the actual college. Yes. But that's his second interception of the half. And with 1:45 to go and one timeout, Sick has plenty of time to put some more points on the board before we go to intermission.
Well, let's see what happens on this first play. I'm wondering if they're going to take a shot deep because they only have 1:45 to go.
Well,
and right now they're going with the wind.
You got two guys that can throw it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're going with the wind or against it. It makes no difference.
When you have strong arms like those guys.
And you're talking really strong arms, too. So let's see what goes on. We got Palmer in there. We got Richardson. We also have Mr. Jones. So let's see what they do right here.
All right.
Dion steps up. He's gone.
Fox, first down, Fox to the 34.
And that's the thing. They actually gave him the 33. So that's the hard part when you're defending Fox, right? Is that you see him back there and you think, okay, they're gonna throw this ball, and they don't. He just steps up and takes off, and that's the dangerous part of Fox's game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, clock is ticking. I know they've got a 20-0 lead, but if they want to pile on this, they're going to have to get things moving.
Yeah. All right. Jones in the backfield. Fox looking over the middle. Caught by Murphy. Murphy across the 40. Murphy to the 42-yard line.
And he's really close to that first down again.
Yard shy of the first down, and Sick trying to go no huddle. Fox going to the play sheet.
Yep.
Calling the play.
Right now it looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 1.
Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you go no huddle. This is how you do it.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a muddle huddle.
No. All right.
There you go.
Richardson, Jones, Palmer. That's a deadly trio. Fox to throw. Plenty of time. Over the middle, looking for Richardson. Got him! Out of bounds.
Give him that? Yep.
Inside the 30.
Catch.
Siobhan Richardson. Right at the 30. First down, Siquid with 28 seconds to go. Again, Sick does have one timeout remaining if they choose to use it. Again, Siobhan Richardson, one of the great rookies of our league of this year. He has been a huge impact, and he has complimented Darren Palmer very well.
It's one of those situations, pick your poison.
Yes.
What wide receiver do you want to cover? Because the other one's going to be dangerous.
That was a dangerous trio that they had out there.
Yep.
With Jones, Richardson, and Palmer. All right, Jones in the backfield. Biggie declares himself eligible. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's Matt Murphy. Looked like Biggie, but no, that is Murphy.
Yeah. And you got Palmer playing close, so watch this.
Fox slinging it.
Oh! I don't think, and look, I'll be the first one to say this. I don't think that DP was ready for that pass, but at the same time, I don't think that a wide receiver should ever take himself out of a play thinking that he wasn't there. But, I mean,
if you would ask
he
him,
almost looked surprised.
Yeah. If you ask him, he said, I should have caught that.
Yep, and he pounded his chest that it was his fault. And that's the great thing about DP.
He will tell you, I should have caught that.
Yep, but you go right back to him, and I guarantee he's going to catch the next pass. Guarantee it.
I'm not gonna divert not throwing him the football. No,
exactly, especially when he's wide open like that. Because if it's one-on-one, I'm going to give Palmer a 99% chance of catching that pass.
I'll take my chances.
Right?
Fox.
Right, there you go. Right back to him.
Oh, what a cut. What a move.
Makes a man miss.
Oh, nice block by Mr. Jones. Oh! It somehow did not
gets
fall
in.
down. And Darren Palmer gets in the end
touchdown.
zone. Touchdown, SickWidIt.
I mean, that was incredible. I don't know. I know they're going to call him for a he tried. I can't say he did because it didn't work.
No.
But he tried a horse collar that did not work, and Palmer took it in for the touchdown.
Wow. But
and that's what we're saying. You know, when you have the superstars, you have a missed play. He drops a pass and then turns around.
Watch the block by Curtis Jones right there. And, I mean, Ricky Figueroa tried.
He tried.
But Darren Palmer's a very strong man.
Yeah, man on man. And Darren just said thank you.
You gave me that extra push into the end zone.
Right.
Again, going for 2 to make it 28.
Got corner of the end zone.
And there's Mr. Richardson for the conversion. And we will start the third quarter with a running clock as it is now 28-0 with 9 seconds to go here. And Mrs. Palmer agrees as she says, way to make up for that.
Oh, he always does. That's why we would call it right now. It doesn't matter if I see Palmer drop 2 or 3 passes in a game. I guarantee you he's going to make up for it. And he did in a big way.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
what was that? A 3-yard turnaround that he took to the house.
Well, Bubba just said DP for MVP.
You know what? The thing about it, it's very hard for me to disagree with that because you have DP playing offense, you have him playing defense.
And he can block.
And when you see him, he's one of the few, all right? And I can't say I see it throughout the league. Even though I'm watching games and I'm watching them very, seeing what's going on, I see more of DP, Richardson, Munch. These guys are blocking downfield and springing these guys for long plays, and that's why.
Could you imagine coaching those 3 on a football team?
Oh, it'd be. Here's the fact that I'll say that would be a dream. Because I'm like, am I really coaching at that point in time? Oh, that's right. There's a penalty, so they're going to do it on the throw off.
Or you might be asking, okay, which routes do you like to run?
You know what? There's going to be that. There's going to be some of that, but the other side of it is I'm also going to see what I can do to kind of frustrate the defense.
Mrs. Palmer, if he was to do that, he would get my vote. If he was to run for president. She just said DP for president.
Oh, man. You're not kidding. Soft-spoken.
Hashtag.
Great person.
Hashtag DP for MVP. Again, not a bad decision. Here's Anderson.
Shouldn't have brought it out.
Oh, maybe not. Anderson down the sideline. Can he outrun them all?
You better not say deuces until you're in there.
Get in there first, young man. But Jaron Anderson takes one back for the gold and says, no, there will be no running clock to start the third quarter.
Wow.
Wow is right.
And now don't forget, too, what we were just saying about a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
They get the ball to start the second half.
Yes. Jaron Anderson taking a return back for the goal to get them on the board. So, yeah, you are correct. In the NBA, that's like a 2-for-1 at the end of a quarter. So, absolutely. So,
and, of course, I just played a coach. What are you doing? No. Yes.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Don't bring the ball out. Oh, okay.
Right.
You score. Heck of a play, young man.
Right. I can't argue over that.
And Bubba says for both MVP and president. Apparently, they want Darren Palmer to go on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
All right, so the gold will go for 2 at the 10 to try to make this a 28-8 game, which would give Sick a 20-point lead unless somebody on Sick takes one back, which is very capable of happening.
Anything's in this game, in this day and age.
And Real Darius chat says QC for the upset. Bama throwing, looking
Corner.
for Cunningham. No,
Nope.
Picked off. So it will remain a 22-point lead for Sick with 9 seconds to go. And yes, Mizzle, that was a big return for the gold as they try to get some type of momentum going into the half, as they will get the second half possession to start the second half.
And here's a scary returner for SickWidIt, being Mr.
Oh,
Richardson.
yeah, Mr. Richardson. Yeah.
Siobhan can obviously take this from anywhere on the field
Yes,
for the
he
touchdown.
can.
So let's see what happens.
Mizzle just said, and this is a very good analogy, she said, that was a huge return like Steph Curry shooting threes.
Crazy threes.
Crazy three-pointers. Well,
Yes.
I mean, Wardell's the guy to do it for sure. All right. So Von Richardson lined up at the 2-yard line as we await the
Well, guess who's on the
Throwing.
field to throw off?
Mr.
too?
Anderson, yes.
Yes, it is.
along with Mason Catalozzi and Mr. Cunningham.
This is going to be very interesting for this return.
Of course, as you know, folks, the 3-on-1 is an untimed down.
Yep. Oh, now we're getting a little bit of a switch out. You think you got L.A. coming in to throw off?
So it's L.A., Derek Cunningham, and Mason Catalozzi on the return. On this okay, now it's Deloney.
Yep.
Okay. We're playing musical defenders for the gold on the 3-on-1 return to defend Siobhan Richardson. So it's Cunningham, Lasante Anderson, and Calvin Deloney on defense. Again, on this untimed down.
Well, let's see what Derek sees.
And
does he get it?
Nope.
It's
That's
gonna
going to
be
be ball in hand. So, folks, on the 3-on-1 return, if you're new to this, we do not kick off. We do not punt in the Ace NFL. It's a 3-on-1 throw-off where the defending team will have 3 defenders and one will throw the ball off. Now, the ball has to reach the 25-yard line. If it does not, the returner will have a running head start with the ball in hand from the 25.
And this could make a very interesting
so
play before
Vaughn
halftime.
can definitely go 75 yards. He's already crossed midfield. 45, 40, still on his feet to the 34-yard line. So now, because of that, SickWidIt has a short field and 9 seconds and a timeout to work with it. And when you got an arm like Deion Fox,
Anything is possible.
anything is possible. So that's the one thing that the Gold could not afford to do, but they did, and now here we go again.
All right, I am going to. This is just me.
Just you.
Sluggo right here would be a great play. Post corner would be a great play because they're playing man. So anything that starts to the middle of the field and is an outbreaking route, it has potential. Mm-hmm. Oh, this should be interesting. You got both quarterbacks in there.
Stone King and Fox
Yeah.
in. Could we get a little double pass action, if you will?
Let's find out.
Well, one timeout.
Or do you use Stone King as a do you put him back there for them to kind of take a second look? But right now, you know what? And he's on DP side of the field, and you got one-on-ones. This could be very interesting.
All right, 9 seconds to go. And it is a double pass.
Oh, he's got
Stone
him.
King going.
He's got him.
He's got Richardson.
Touchdown.
SickWidIt. A 7-second drive, and just like, well, Sick said, no, there will be a running clock
Right.
to start the third quarter. Forget what you said.
Yeah, I mean,
Back to 28, 34-6 with 2 seconds.
I don't have a. I don't have words. I don't have words. I mean, it looked like the wind held that ball up just a little bit, and I thought he had a chance for it. Yes. I mean, I was like, hey, wait a minute, what just happened?
Well, one quarterback that can throw a ball threw it to another quarterback that got the ball, and
Right.
Stone King found Mr. Richardson in the end zone.
I think Stone King said, let me just get in and throw a touchdown, and then I'm out.
And it looked like Siobhan was just, okay, I'm waiting.
Yep.
Okay, come on, ball. I'm here. I'm ready to catch you. Come on. All right. So, again, going for 2 to try to make this 36-6
Yep.
with 2 seconds in the half. And tall corner. Ooh, hello, Mr. Stone King, as Lance Smith brings him down. So it will remain a 28-point lead, 34-6.
Yeah, it looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication. And that's why you had Stone King dancing around in the backfield.
2 seconds to go, 34-6 in favor of SickWidIt. As really, for most of this first half, it's really been the running game of Sick, as opposed to the passing attack that we know Sick to come with. But it's been the run game, mainly with William Alexander, and of course Darren Palmer and Siobhan Richardson finding the end zone on touchdown receptions by both men. Adam Stanford's had a very good first half with 2 interceptions. Andrew Lualamana with some great tackling on the defensive side of the ball.
Look who's coming back into for the
Well,
return.
you know what? Stranger things have happened, as you and I have both seen.
But you've also got 3 different defenders on this one.
Yes, Southern, Corsi. And is that Devin Houston?
Good throw.
That is Devin Houston.
They're pinning him to the sidelines. Good play.
Anderson.
Yeah, he's not going
Knocked out of
anywhere
bounds.
this time.
So 2 seconds. Barring a defensive penalty, this should be the end of the first half, which has been Sick doing what they do, but more so establishing the run game.
And I've been impressed with that because, I mean, when you get into the end of the playoffs, you've got to be able to be you've got to be more than one-dimensional.
But people forget William Alexander was a very huge part of the Force's offense the last 2 seasons running the ball. So this is nothing new. This is nothing new for Cheddar.
No.
But that's certainly a key cog that you can use in the playoffs because, again, playoffs is more about securing possessions and taking care of the football and limiting possessions.
Well, and it looks like they're going to defensively. Sick is playing this a little bit more with 2 deep safeties, so they can't throw over the top.
Deloney makes the catch.
And gets taken down right away. So
that'll be the end of the first half. So with a 28-point lead, the third period will start with a running clock, as the lead is 28 for SickWidIt. Very impressive with 6 running game in the first half, Chris.
Yep.
The Gold put together some good drives, but again, at the end, they seem to keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, I mean, that's the team that they are. They're starting to learn how to win, and I think that's going to be able to be taken into next season. And we'll see what they're able to do. But I think that we're going to see a little bit of a change in the offseason for them. And, they still have the playoffs to go. They're still the 4th seed.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Well, this has been a very good learning experience. And don't forget, folks, for those that are in the stadium, Stew Sticks coming in for some good food. The catfish is something that I would promote, if you will.
In a heartbeat.
So, yeah.
I'm actually surprised that Steve is up here without any catfish right now.
We're surprised you don't have catfish.
Oh, you got to put your stuff down. Okay, well, fair enough.
Oh, he's going to get it, he just said. All right.
Okay.
So he's going to go get himself some catfish, if you will.
Yep.
So in the meantime, folks, we will step aside, but before we go, let's just try to give you one more update from Asbury Park, as it is the Renegades and the Animals in the playoffs. So real quickly, we'll give you an update. You gotta love ads. Good Lord.
Yeah, their timing is just impeccable.
And Mills just said that the Crush have scored a touchdown, and they indeed have. With 19 seconds to go in the first half, they have a 6-0 lead pending the extra point.
Are they in Asbury?
They're in Asbury Park, yeah.
For the Crush to be able to take this to the Renegades is kind of interesting.
Oh, was that Keno Thomas?
Looks like it.
Look like Keno. Yeah, that is Keno. Keno Thomas running it in for the Crush.
Let's see what they're able to do on the extra point. Let you guys know before we go to halftime.
So again, the QC Crush, who are the underdogs in this game. And again, Real Darius Chat saying QC with the upset. And they get the conversion.
Wow, 1-point conversion at that, but still championship points, as they say.
Boy, some of these dancing celebrations. Gotta tell you.
Yeah.
All right, so the Crush do get that conversion
So it'll be 7-0 going
7-0.
into the second quarter.
with the pacifier mouthpiece, if you will. So the QC Crush trying to shock the world with the playoff upset. And right now they have a 7-0 lead with 19 seconds to go in the first half. Earlier, we saw the Trenton BIC to beat the Hawks 38-12. The Baltimore Watchmen defeated the Patterson U 32-31. And again, the question is, was that the last A7 game for the Hall of Famer for Huff? Well, we don't know. Time will tell. Also, the Silk City Animals minus David Tender pitched a shutout 53-0 over the Virginia Heathens. And out here at the half, it is Siquid at 34, the Gold 6. We'll take this breather, and we will see you for the second half. Again, you are watching the A7FL here on A7FL.TV. We'll be back for the second half. And welcome back to Matter Academy. The score again at the half is 34-6 in favor of SickWidIt. Anthony Alvarez here with Chris Varon. Chris, we talked about the running game being established by SickWidIt as William Alexander has had a very good, strong first half running the football. Do you want to see more of that from Sick, considering the fact that they do have a 28-point lead? And with that 28-point lead, that means a continuous running clock here to start the third period.
I mean, it depends on what Mark wants to work on, the coach.
That's true, too.
If he wants to work on pass plays more so than run plays, so be it. It is what it is. I mean, this is the time to kind of get things right. So it wouldn't surprise me to see just more of what we've already seen.
All right, so Mizzle just gave us an update. So after the QC Crush score, the Renegades took a 3-on-1 to the house.
Oh,
but
wow.
then the Crush... Yeah, so the Renegades took a 3-on-1 to the house. So if Mizzle can give us a live update with the score, that would be greatly appreciated, as they're on commercial right now. So the last time it came to you, it was 7 of the QC Crush. And ads, gotta love them. And they're still in commercial, so they'll be back in a moment. So, Mizzle, if you could possibly give us a score update after the Renegades took a 3-on-1 back to the house, we greatly appreciate it. As we were getting ready to start the second half here between the Gold and SickWidIt, of course, the night, or not the nightcap, but the afternoon capper here is the defending champions. One last work before they start defense of their title as they try to make history. We'll take on the Las Vegas Hunters at 4 p.m. And then that will conclude the regular season portion here in Nevada. And the playoffs will start on June the 1st, as we will take next week off to, again, honor those brave men and women that sacrificed their lives for us to enjoy the liberties and freedoms that we have on Memorial Day weekend. Again, let us be the first to say to all those families and those that have served that are still living, we thank you guys for your service, and may God bless you. And Mizzle just said it is 7-6 Crush at the half. So again, halftime, the QC Crush leading the Renegades 7-6 at the half. Earlier in the playoffs, Triton BIC defeated the Old Bridge Hawks 38-12. But on the bright side, Corey Hammond did not go another season winless. He got 2 wins on the year, so that's a good thing. Corey Hammond got to experience Victory Monday twice. Also, the Baltimore Watchmen defeated the Patterson U by a final score of 32-21. Of course, was this the final game for the legendary career of Huff? We don't know. Time will tell. And also, the Silk City Animals pitched a shutout over the Virginia Heathens, 53-0. Here it is 34-6 in favor of SickWidIt. And Anderson, who returned the first goal returned the goal touchdown that got the goal on the board, is back to receive it again. It is Southern. It is Houston. It is, I think that's Ike Corsi. As we get ready to set the second half here at Matter Academy East. Gold gets the ball to start the second half. And Anderson will get it. Anderson from the 20, 25, and gets to about the 27-yard line. And we will have the Gold on defense, or on offense, I'm sorry, Sick on defense, Gold on offense. As, again, we have a continuous running clock with the 28-point lead. And should the lead get to the 40s, 42, game will be over after 3 periods via the mercy rule.
2 more scores.
2 more scores. So we will see what the Gold will do here on their first possession of the third quarter.
We got Reeves back at quarterback.
All right.
And he's missed 2 touchdowns, what I would consider possible touchdowns.
Well, there
today.
was some big chunk plays for the Gold for sure that was left out. As Reeves looking, stepping in the pocket, and he's going to get the ball on the ground.
And he gave it right back to SickWidIt. SickWidIt was able to recover.
William Alexander on defense forced the fumble, and Fees made the recovery. So there you go. So now the Gold go back on defense.
Well, and they put themselves in a very bad situation with
That they
being on
did.
the 25-yard. Oh, sorry, I apologize, folks. 23-yard line, and this is going to be very interesting. Kind of looking at what could happen with this, with 13:30 to go on a continuous running clock.
Here we go. As Chris says hi. All right, Fox still in at quarterback for
Interesting lineup.
for Sick.
Fake a handoff, take it back the other side.
And that is Devin Houston. And Devin Houston down the sideline. Devin Houston.
Makes a good cutback, touchdown.
Yes, it is a touchdown. He did not step out of bounds. Touchdown, Siquid to Devin Houston.
So very interesting, very good play.
That's how you take advantage of a turnover.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely will be getting a box of catfish and fries as Tone brought that in, and that looks very, very enticing.
I'll be getting something. I don't know if it'll be catfish, but anyway.
All right. Devin Houston on the run. Off the turnover. One play, and again, the run game continuing to be a factor for SickWidIt here. It is 40-6.
And they're going for two.
They're going for two to try to make this 42-6. A 36-point advantage.
Same kind of formation that they just had for that run play. Let's see what they have right now.
All right. It's
Another
back
run
to
play.
Houston.
Back to Houston. Whew.
Short of the conversion. No good.
So it's going to remain
a 34-point game.
Yep. The continuously running clock. Let's see what the Gold are able to
can
do. I mean, it's a tough one when you give it right back on a fumble.
And this time it'll be Derek Cunningham back to receive it.
Cunningham doing his thing today. I mean, he's had a little bit of a rough day having to cover DP. Can't say I blame him. It is anybody trying to cover Darren Palmer. It's going to be a little bit of a rough day for you.
Yeah, it is.
As Tone sitting next to us is giving me a thumbs up, shaking his head yes.
Yeah, Mr. Smith definitely agrees with that. As he has done it in his own right, trying to cover that man on the field.
Make it a long day trying to cover Mr. Palmer.
Well, Mizzle, if you're hungry, just make yourself a sandwich.
Yeah, you're at home, Bubba.
Yeah. I know you got
Here we go.
I know the Ultra's on ice as Cunningham bobbles the ball but comes back towards the right side trying to get to the corner, and a great tackle by Southern inside the 25-yard line.
They're going to call him for a penalty.
Yeah, the flag is down.
Yeah, can't go for his legs like that. So add 15 yards to that.
And the Gold will start their next possession, I'm sure, with very nice field position.
Should be great field position with the 15-yard adder. So
I agree.
You know that run back just looked a lot better now.
Yeah, for sure. So right now, if you're the Gold, your goal is to make Sick play into the fourth quarter. And if you're Sick, you're trying to end this early after 3 periods.
Yes, sir. See what happens.
All right. Reeves back to throw, taking a shot downfield for Anderson. Anderson this time cannot come up with it.
Just off his fingertips.
Off the fingertips, incomplete. Adam Stanford was right there with them in coverage.
And I think he's sitting there right now wondering what he just did.
Yeah.
He's holding his shoulder low. Hopefully he's not injured.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. See what they got for play for second down. Realistically, I think that a run play wouldn't be a bad way to start.
No.
You got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. You know, it's interesting. We didn't talk about it in the first half, and I didn't realize it until now. They're missing Mr. Knight.
Yeah, he's not there.
Nope.
Robert Magdaleno in the backfield. Pass.
Big hit.
Oh, nice catch there by Ricky Figueroa.
Good comeback for that catch.
Get some nice positive yardage. So a great job coming back to the ball for Ricky Figueroa. And you're right, Derek Knight has been a very good receiver this year for the Gold.
He has, and to have him missing is probably something that's hurting them a little bit.
I agree. Anderson checks back in.
Nope, he's checking back out.
Checking back out.
Yeah. They've got their 7.
All right.
So let's see what happens on this play.
All pressure coming. And Reeves.
Oh, nice step up.
Opening. A lot of green. Gets a block. First down. Out of bounds.
And he is going to be out at the 36-yard line, giving the Gold a first down.
And I mean, Sick brought the house, and I don't know how he did not get sacked.
That pump fake gave him a little bit of an edge and got him out the back door.
And got some nice yardage out of it.
That he did.
So Sick because they gave up a big run for the goal to keep the drive alive. And Missile says, no, it is not ultra, it is wine today. And
That
now
was
he
me
wants
last night.
And he wants catfish. Reeves to Love.
Double
Love
throw.
Downfield. Oh, what a grab by Ricky Figueroa.
And nobody touched
him.
That's
And
going to be a touchdown
for the Gold.
I don't know what happened with the
Somebody went
with
to
the
sleep.
defender, yeah.
Somebody went to sleep.
all he had to do is put a hand on him.
Yeah.
Heck, even a knee, a foot,
What a grab.
finger.
What a grab by Ricky Figueroa. First off, great job to even keep the feet in bounds. Wow. What a play.
Great play. Even better, having the wherewithal to understand
Yeah.
he wasn't touched, get up and run it in for a touchdown.
That was a great catch.
And they're going for two as they should.
What a grab by Ricky Figueroa.
Here we
And
go.
the Gold.
Pump fake. Nope.
Ball goes down incomplete. So it will be a 40-12 lead.
Yep.
Lead is still 30. So it's still a continuous running clock.
28.
28, I'm
28,
sorry.
and that's
Well,
still running.
Still a running clock.
Yeah. Yeah, because 28 is where it's a continuously running clock.
Right now, if you're the Gold, you're going to make Sick play into the fourth quarter unless Sick scores this position and they score again.
Yep. Never shy of a dull moment.
No.
When watching the A7.
No.
Never a dull moment.
But again, that was a great play by Ricky Figueroa.
It was a great catch. Was great for him to understand he wasn't
great,
touched.
yeah,
Get up,
great
run
awareness
it in for the touchdown.
Great awareness by Ricky to ain't touched. Well, I'm gonna find pay dirt. Let me get up. Great job there by Ricky Figueroa and a nice.
If he was on Madden, he'd have 99 for his awareness.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. We got Corsi going to return this ball. Let's see what he's able to do. If he puts SickWidIt in good field position, this should be interesting.
All right, so Iquan Corsi, who is very capable of taking one back,
For sure.
which he has done before as a member of the Pit Bosses, member of the Kryptonite in years past. It is Catalozzi. It is Anderson. And trying to see what the other gentleman is on the far side as
Can't
part of
see
the Gold
numbers.
Defender team. Anderson
as
will
he
throw it
turns
off.
around.
And I don't. It did. Got to the 24.
Oh, but
And Corsi. Oh, wow.
Oh, they're calling it out of bounds, but if it's
Ball
out of bounds.
is at the 6-yard line, so Sick has to go 94 yards. And I don't know why Corsi didn't let that ball bounce out of bounds, because if he did, that would have been ball in hand.
I don't think he thought it was going to go out of bounds.
Well, you know what? Lately, when you think it's going to go out of bounds, it bounces inbounds, and then stranger things have happened after that.
Very much so.
And we go back to 2 weeks ago. Keith Ramsey, we thought the ball was going to go out of bounds. It bounced up, and he goes 90-plus to the end zone. So stranger things have happened with the bounce of the football, if you will. But, again, SickWidIt can go 90-plus in less than 2 plays because we've seen him do it before. Oh, interesting news. Okay. Pass caught.
Quick pass.
Richardson, first down. Down the sideline, out of bounds.
Got the first down. See where they're going to place him
Move the
out of
chains.
bounds. At the 20.
Special thanks to the Stealth for being on the chains today.
Working the chain gang. Here we go. First down. Oh, cheating on somebody.
On somebody, and
See
it's going to
who's
be
cheating on
on
the
the
defense.
defense. So the goal will get an extra 5 yards. I'm sorry, Sick gets an extra 5 yards, as if they need it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's the, what was the call? Should be a 5-yard penalty. Oh, they had 8 on the field.
8 on the field. Oh, well, you need 7 guys in the A7.
Run play.
That's Devin Houston.
Nice cutback.
Great block by Richardson. And
He's
great
got
cutback,
room.
reversing his field. And look at Deion Fox throwing a block. Devin Houston inside the 40. That's a first down. SickWidIt.
That was a great change of direction, and he had people picking up blocks for him, including, like you said,
Even
Mr.
his
Fox.
quarterback throwing a legit block. Wow, what a play.
Great play. Let's see what the second down or first down and 10 is going to bring from this end. I think they might take a shot downfield right here. Nope, there goes Darren. Ooh, decleater by Mr. DP.
Boy. Mr. Richardson.
Oh, Mr. Richardson's
Goodbye.
gone.
Touchdown. SickWidIt, and yes, Mr. Palmer lays his own version of the hit stick.
My goodness.
Wow. Wow.
That
oh,
was
wow.
a what I would consider a wake-up play. If, as a cornerback, if you're not paying attention.
Hello, how do you do, says Mr. Palmer.
I would have been giggling.
Wow.
Derek would have been laughing at me, too, because I would have been giggling the whole time. As soon as I lined that man up, I'd have been giggling like crazy.
There's the replay again, and the block by Darren Boy. JP, if you're watching, when you get your touchdown real hot, please make sure you emphasize the Darren Palmer block, please.
Right. I mean, that literally sprung him for the touchdown.
What a block by number 8. My goodness.
Decleater.
That, needless to say. All right, from the 10, trying to make this 48-12. Big man with football. Big man stumbling, and big man falls down. Oh, Bino. Bino.
He was trying to change direction.
He was trying to reverse his field.
He thinks he's a running back. I like it. I like it. He was trying. I can't say anything bad about it. He was trying.
But hey, at least I got to say big man with football.
Right?
There you go.
So we've got a 34-point advantage right now. We've got basically 2 more touchdowns if they're going to make this a mercy rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got people in the crowd laughing at Bino, asking him what he just did.
No. No. No, Mizzle just sent a message. Hold on. He said, "Oh my God, what a block. Hi, my name is Mr. Palmer. I'm here to block." Hello, how do you do? And I guarantee
Emmett Smith commercial.
And I guarantee,
go ahead.
And I guarantee you, Palmer will finally, and DP would probably find more joy in the block than he did catching a touchdown.
Yes, for sure. Let me look at the smile on the sideline.
Right.
Tell you everything you need to know right there.
Yeah. Wow.
It's one of those. Hi,
how are you?
The game goes so fast. You don't
Yeah.
always get to meet new people.
No, but hi, I'm number 8.
D, get on that ball.
And
There you
Derek
go.
comes up with it. And Iquan Corsi makes a man miss. Cunningham
Oh, they got him again.
got him at the
Pulling him back.
26-yard line.
Good way to hold on to that ball, young man.
Yeah. Get out of here, you doggone fly. All right. Well, Sick is going to have to play in the fourth quarter. It is 46-12 as we're at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the end of the third period with the score. It is SickWidIt 46 and the Las Vegas Gold 12 as we are live here at Matter Academy. The final regular season here in Nevada, regular season finale before the playoffs start here in Nevada. And, of course, SickWidIt, who has championship aspirations. As we know, the Insomniacs are trying to make history, trying to three-peat.
Would be the first team to do it.
First team to do it, and they would join the Patterson U for the most A7 titles at 3, to which the Insomniacs are currently tied with the Patterson U, or the BIC for 2. But, of course, the BIC has something to say as they advanced earlier today, beating the Hawks 38-12. The Baltimore Watchmen defeating the Patterson U 32-31. Silks the Animals pitching a shutout 53-0 over the Virginia Heathens. And Trying to get you a quick update in Asbury Park with the Renegades and the Crush. Bear with us, folks.
Oh, of course there's a commercial.
Of course there's an ad. Go figure. All right. It is still 7-6 Crush. That's about 11:20 to go in the third quarter as they're out of halftime. Here in the fourth quarter, it is 46-12 in favor of SickWidIt. Anthony Alvarez, Chris Vera here with you at Matter Academy East on a very pleasant, light, breezy afternoon here in the Vegas Valley.
Ooh. Better than the 105 degrees that we're going to reach this week.
Yeah. Reeves back to throw. Here comes Stanford. Adam Stanford. He literally is trying to push him into the end zone for a safety. My goodness.
Is that running with the football or is that running with the quarterback?
I don't know, but Adam Stanford has had a very good game defensively. He already has 2 interceptions in this game, and now you can add a quarterback sack or a quarterback backwards run, if you will.
I don't even know what to call that except a big loss.
That definitely is a big loss for sure.
So they blew the whistle. Now they've got...
All right.
It was an 11-yard, 12-yard loss. Yeah. Wow.
All right. 34-point lead for SickWidIt. They need one more score.
Second down and
to end this.
State line.
Yeah, that is about prim. Reeves. Floating. Picked up by Anquan Corsi, and that could do it.
Very much so.
And it will.
And it will.
Touchdown, Anquan Corsi. So a 2-point conversion will officially end this game.
Yes, it will.
So a 50 burger for Sick. And now if they get the 2-point conversion, the game will cease to end.
I don't know what Bino's running to the middle of the field. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe he was trying to call a play. I don't know.
Put me in, coach.
I'm ready to play today. But this is not center field. This is more of I want to play offense.
Tight end.
All right. That too. All right. Matt Murphy is eligible.
Who is this quarterback?
That is still Fox.
No, that's not
Southern.
Fox. That's Southern.
Deion Southern at quarterback, rolling out to his right. Southern, well, he might take it in himself, and he will. And that'll do it.
He did. Touchdown.
Deion Southern. So, 54-12 will be your final score as SickWidIt will finish the regular season. All right, let's go to the standings here. All right.
What time is it?
It is, we pretty much have an hour, yeah.
Okay, hour and a half.
Hour and a half. To possibly go somewhere else to get food. You never know.
Nah, stay here.
Stay and take a nap.
Eat and take a nap.
That too.
Standings right now, though.
All right, so with that win, that will put Sick at 5-1 to finish the regular season. Of course, their only loss. Look at Cheer. Cheer is a character.
Where is he?
He's in the handshake line. He dropped the chance to go shake hands. All right, so Sick will finish the regular season with a 5-1 record. Their only loss coming against the Insomniacs as they prepare for the playoffs. The Gold will finish the regular season at 1-6, but the Gold really took some strides in this regular season, got their first win, played better, it showed, and certainly for the Gold, something to build towards 2026 for sure.
For sure. And the thing about it is, when I'm sitting here watching them, they looked decent in this game, and they're going to have something to build on going into the offseason.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, and the thing about this, when you look at this, it's basically the yes. And these guys, when you start to look at this game and kind of dissect it, you can see what the Gold were able to do with the return, with some of the wide open plays that were missed. They have things to build on. And I mean, when they come out for next season, it should be very interesting. But we're not even talking about the actuality. And what I mean by that is, while we're sitting here talking about next season, we're missing the playoffs. They are the number 4 seed.
True. Foodie, to answer your question, the U and the Watchmen did play. There was no streaming for it. We apologize for that. But the Baltimore Watchmen did defeat the Patterson U by a final score of 32-31. So the Baltimore Watchmen beat the U. The Watchmen advance in the playoffs, and the U season ends right there. So just real quickly, quick playoff scores before we take a break and come back to you at 4 p.m. At 4 o'clock, it will be the defending champions, the Insomniacs, one last tune-up before their playoff run to go for their third consecutive championship. They will play the Hunters at 4 p.m. Earlier today, the Trenton BIC defeated the Old Bridge Hawks 38-12. The Silk City Animals pitched a shutout 53-0 over the Virginia Heathens. As just mentioned, Watchmen beat the Patterson U 32-31. Right now in Asbury Park, it is the QC Crush up 7-6 on the East Orange Renegades. And the final here in Game 1 in our regular season finale here at Matter Academy East, Siquid at 54, Gold 12. We will take a break. We'll be back to you at 4 p.m. for the Insomniacs and the Hunters. You are watching the A7FL here on A7FL.tv. We'll see you at 4 p.m. for the Insomniacs and the Hunters. Ta-ta for now.